How our cars are negatively impacting on our health. According to EPA, the United States Environmental Protection Agency, motor vehicle emissions contribute to ambient levels of air toxins known or suspected as human or animal carcinogens. Exposures to air toxins can also cause non-cancerous health effects such as neurological, cardiovascular, respiratory, reproductive, and or immune system damage. Car use can have positive and negative impacts on our health. There are some ways in which car use can impact our health negatively. Welcome to Real World Sci-Communications. Please kindly like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Here are some ways our cars can have negative impact on our health. Number 1. Air pollution. Cars emit harmful pollutants into the air, such as nitrogen oxide, particulate matter, and carbon monoxide. Exposure to these pollutants can cause respiratory problems, heart disease, and other health issues. CDC states that exposure to traffic emissions has been linked to many adverse health effects, including worsening of asthma symptoms, diminished lung function, adverse birth outcomes, and childhood cancer. Brief description of the common transportation-related air pollutants, which includes carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and particulate matter. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless, and poisonous gas which is formed by the combustion of fossil fuels such as gasoline and is emitted primarily from cars and trucks. Nitrogen dioxide is a gaseous air pollutant which is formed when fossil fuels such as coal, oil, gas, or diesel are burned at high temperature. Particulate matter stands for the term used to describe a mixture of solid particles and liquid droplets found in the air. Some particles such as dust, dirt, soot, or smoke are large or dark enough to be seen with the naked eye. There is another yet unequally notable harmful chemical released by our cars, known as benzene. Benzene is colorless or light yellow at room temperature. Some people ask if cars release benzene. Yes, they do. Although benzene is part of the air around us, but most importantly, they are found in the confines of our car's interior, according to McGill's University Office for Science and Society. Their publication, written by Joe Suarez, PhD, published March 20th, 2017, says there is no doubt that breathing high levels of benzene can cause dizziness, confusion, convulsion, and even death. Benzene is not unusual in this capacity, as many organic solvents can produce such effects. They are far from what is encountered in ambient air. The greater concern is low-level exposure over a protracted period. Studies investigating workers occupationally exposed to benzene have linked such exposure to leukemia. The extent of exposure is important, and that in a car is minimal. This means it is unlikely you get leukemia from car-released benzene unless you are exposed for at least 8 hours per day for many years. The lowest levels linked to leukemia are in the range of 30 to 80 milligram per cubic meter. In a car, the levels are higher than outside, which is 3 to 40 microgram per cubic meter. More than 560 microgram per cubic meter have been measured, which is 100 times less than the minimal occupational exposure linked to leukemia. But according to a publication by Dr. Yashoda Tamineni, an environmental specialist featured in LinkedIn, it says a car parked indoors with windows closed will only contain 400 and 800 milligram of benzene. If parked outdoors under the sun at a temperature above 60 degrees Fahrenheit, the benzene levels goes up to 2,000 and 4,000 milligram, 40 times the acceptable level. People who get into the car keeping windows closed are certain to inhale excessive amounts of benzene. However, some people share a different school of thought. They say it's a myth. Whether the levels are high or low, enough to make you sick, you will do yourself a lot of good by opening the windows and ensuring you ventilate your car before hopping in to drive off. Also, avoid spending most hours in the car, especially if your car is not properly maintained. Benzene is a toxin that affects your kidney and liver. It's extremely difficult for your body to get rid of. A research says the car dashboard, sofa, air freshener emits benzene, a cancer-causing toxin. Benzene poisons your bones, causing anemia and reduces white blood cells. According to the research, prolonged exposure will cause leukemia, increasing the risk of cancer.